you're part of broad-based and you want a piece of that pie, you want half the cup and mkate nusu.
No, it's not about mkate nusu.
Unataka power. Power. Na hata hamuna DJ na munataka power.
Tuko na DJ kali sana. Ai. Utamwona Friday.
Atakuwa no.
Aya, noma vibaya. Ni mbaya.
We might not have a DJ, but we have the soul.
You have the soul.
We have the soul and we have the music.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, yesterday night there were two very serious interviews that happened. One happened on Citizen TV, and the other one happened on Radio Ramogi. The one on Citizen TV, which was held by Jeff Koinange, of course, we know very well that Wednesdays are normally JKL, that is Jeff Koinange Live. And it happened that he interviewed Gladys Wanga together with the governor of Mombasa, that is Abdul Nasir. And anaitwa Abdul Swamad Sharrif. There are a lot of issues that happened, or there are a lot of things that they talked about, fellow Kenyans, which I would like us to discuss, or maybe talk about them a little bit, and then you also listen to what they said, just in case you missed the whole interview. But before that, fellow Kenyans, let me humbly request you that if at all you're meeting for the first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button, and also to the community of Bonita Media, those who are willing to help me this month to do a community work. I have an announcement to make, and this is it. There is this children's home. I visited it, a conversation with the director, both the director and the assistant director. We really talked. I saw the children. There were two kids who are abandoned by the mother after birth. I think 2 days. So the children are barely 10 days old. And others are also there. There are around 89 right now, and they told me that there are some in school. So wakirudi wote, the number will be around 100 plus. So we really talked, and they told me that if you can help us, if you guys can help us in 1, 2, 3 things, we'll be really glad to, and we'll really appreciate. Of course, we know very well that this is something that one person cannot do. Kukaa na watoto wote, hata useme uko na only one source of help, it's something that it's impossible. So after that, I had a brief talk. Nilikaa na watoto, the few that nilipata, wengine nilipata kama wanalala. I just talked to the few, I interacted with the few of them, just kids here and there. And I said that I told them that I have a team which I know that will respond, and after they've responded, I'll get back to you with what they give me. So I just have to request you guys. You are 50 shillings, you are 100 shillings, you are 200 shillings, you are 300, 400, 500 shillings, you are 1,000. Any amount of money which you really feel like can help these kids. Please just use the M-Pesa number on your screen so that you can help these kids. Nobody knows, we cannot say that, I can't help a kid, si mtoto wangu. Hawezi kuwa mtoto wako, lakini we all know how maybe these things normally comes later. So just a humble request, please guys, if you can, just use the number on your screen. Just send your 50 bob, your 100 shillings, 200, 300 shillings, whatever you have. We'll make arrangements, and then tutaona what we can do. Kama tutawanunulia vyakula, kama itatosha mpaka manguo, we can do that. It's something that they requested that we do, because saa zingine though watoto walali njaa, but sometimes I talk to the director told me that sometimes they really struggle how they can get food for the kids. The kids needs to be happy and all that. Actually, the kids were very happy seeing me. They were saying, the director told me that wanapenda sana wakati mtu amekuja kuwaona mtu mwingine mgeni apart from wale wenye wamezoea, because they feel that they are really loved indeed. So please, that is the project that we have this month. I would request you that I'm humbly requesting you that let us do this for the sake of these kids. Wale wenye walikuwa wanasema kwamba pesa yangu siwezi peleka kanisani kwa tithe, ili nipeleke kwa children's home. Now we have a project. Please just come through and we see what we can do. Now, let me first appreciate those who've already done their part. I've started receiving your contributions, guys. Thank you. God bless you. If you've sent, I've already received. There are some thousands and some hundreds that I've already started receiving. I want to mention who I've sent. I want to mention the name or maybe the number or the country, because kuna zingine zimetoka nje ya nchi. I won't say all that, but I just request us guys to come together and assist these children. They really need our help. They really need help. And I really felt like, why can't we do it? Places kama hizi ndo huwa baraka utokea, by the way. Nobody knows. You are 1,000, you are 200. Umejua wakati umetoa 1,000 yako, 200 yako, tumeenda tumenunua kaunga, tumepeleka pale, watoto wamekula. When they eat that, you're blessed. So let's try as much as we can to come together and then help these kids. They really need help, actually. Kuna ile story ya mtoto wa siku 10. The child was given birth and then dumped in front of this children's home when the children were barely 2 days. So right now they are around 10, and the nurses are doing a great job. So please, let's come together and also stand with them in one way or the other. Now, let's embark on our discussion. And actually, I don't want to talk too much because I want you to listen to this interview from the beginning up to the end, for those who really missed it, because it has got a lot of things in it. But let me just mention something here that Gladys Wanga said. Wanga was saying that when you are the mouthpiece of the party, it is important that you are able to speak the position of the party on behalf. When you speak the exact opposite, then the position you hold becomes untenable. Many people said, why have you chosen Sifuna from the party? The truth of the matter is, we didn't chase Edwin or anybody from the party. We only said it is no longer tenable for you to speak on behalf of, because when we are going in direction X, you speak in direction Y. Many said it is because he is opposing the president. We said no. We could be opposing the president, and he is supporting. And if the party decides that we are opposing, our spokesperson must say we are opposing, even if he is supporting the president. The president's hands is not in this. I don't know why hao watu siasa wote yenye nataka kufanya lazima watafute Edwin Sifuna wampige, because basically that is exactly what is going on here.
Have you guys tried to negotiate with Sifuna and Babu and company? Have you tried to talk to them?
Like I said, this is not a party about individuals. This is a party about the masses. It's not even about Gladys or Abdul Samad Sharrif Nasir or Dr. Oburu Odinga or Simba Arati or any of the other members who are in the Central Committee to talk to individuals. It is about the fact that when no one, how many Central Committees were there when we called in, when people decided not to be able to come, purposely decided not to come? How many Central Committees were there? And let me say this one thing as well. When Dr. Oburu Odinga, the truth needs to be able to come out. There's what is popular and all this popularism that is out there. But when the day Baba died, I was in South Africa. The first call that I made was to Gladys. And when she was in tears, I couldn't hold it anymore. And, I just put the phone down and I rushed to the airport. I had just arrived into South Africa. I just rushed to the airport, got the next flight, came back. And I sat down with Gladys and said, Gladys, you know what? seeing every single person out here, this party is going to go into disarray if we don't say that we need to have a leader. A party the size of ODM cannot go without having a leader. And the first thing we asked ourselves, what would Baba have done? And we did what Baba did. When Baba was going to the African Union, he sat down. We had 3 deputy party leaders, but we opted to choose someone who was not amongst us. And at that day, please remind me the name of the hotel that we met in the morning. Agis? Was it Agis? Agile Hotel, yes. We sat there. Some of the people, there was me, there was Gladys, there was Honorable Mishimboko, I think there was the whole delegate, the governing council, not the governing, the executive, the NEC was there. I remember seeing
Amisi, Sifuna.
Caleb,
not
Sifuna was not there.
Sifuna was away. Amisi, Babu.
Yes. We had a quorum. Everyone was there. Yeah. And I proposed, I said, look, gentlemen, in the interest of maintaining this party, that this party needs to be able to have its strength so that we don't get outsiders who are going to try and demolish us from within. We need to have a father figure right now. And we need to have a leader. When I proposed Dr. Buru, literally every single person who was there raised their hands in support.
So it's your fault?
No.
It's your fault?
No. Let me tell you.
There was no democracy?
No. People were asked, is there anyone who's against? In fact, it is Gladys who called that meeting to order as the chairperson. She actually called that meeting to order and actually asked individually, yeah. Is there any person who's against this?
So who's the boss between you and your party leader? Who's in charge?
The party leader is in charge. The party leader, Dr. Buru.
You're the chair?
Is in full charge.
You're the chair?
We take guidance from him.
This is the beauty of the party, by the way. We have structures. Yeah. The Central Committee.
Yeah.
These are things that you'll not be able to learn from other political parties. Learn from us so that we can be able to teach other Kenyans. You have the Central Committee, which is the epic body that has the party leader. Then from there, you have the National Executive, the NEC, which actually Gladys is the one who chairs, and she's been doing a good job. Congratulations, Gladys, so far. Then we have the National Governing Council. Then we have the Delegates Convention.
So I want you to listen to Gladys Wanga from the beginning up to the end, fellow Kenyans. And then after finishing, you will tell me what you think at the comment section. Because sometimes, you know, I normally find it difficult discussing these issues, you know, talking about them because, you know, unajiuliza ya kwamba kwani kunaendaje. Please watch this and after watching, don't forget to tell me what you think or how these videos have reached you.
One party, 2 NDCs, Governor. What's going on?
Jeff, that's misleading. There's only one NDC called in accordance to Section 49 of our Constitution, a special delegates conference, a 21-day notice given, delegates invited. It will be at Jamhuri Park. Anything else, Jeff, would be maybe a Kamkunji, Baraza, political rally, birthday party, but there's only one NDC of the ODM party that will be taking place on Friday. Because, Jeff, the NDC is not something I wake up today and say, this is an NDC. No, the NDC is called in line with the constitution of the party. And anything else you speak about, if you go to a press conference and say, I'll have an NDC, it doesn't make it an NDC. This particular special delegates conference that we'll be having was approved by the National Executive Committee as per the Constitution. Yeah. We gave a 21-day notice as per the Constitution. So I think anybody else trying to spread confusion, it is only that confusion.
And the other question is, are you afraid that the Sifuna Babu faction might storm your NDC on Friday? Are you afraid? Are you worried?
First of all, Jeff, Sifuna and Babu are members of the NDC. They are Sifuna, by virtue of the fact of being Senator of Nairobi, for example, is a delegate at that NDC. Babu, by virtue of being a member of NEC and also a member of Parliament for Embakasi, is a delegate at that NDC. So they are not necessarily going to storm. They can attend the NDC, and we hope, you know, they will attend the NDC. But having said that, you know, earlier on you said, you know, what's happening. Jeff, we lost our leader, you know. That's a serious matter. This is the leader who's held us for 40 plus years. We've been in ODM for 20 years with Raila Odinga as our leader. That loss is big. It's a big tree that has fallen. Anytime a big tree of that magnitude falls, birds fly. People look for footing. And it's not unique to the ODM party. If you look across the continent, if you look across the world, when great leaders die, there is movement. But as Governor Abdul Samad has said, we have found our footing. We are stabilizing as we move forward. People can have different opinions, as is in the case of Sifuna. They can do something different in the manner in which they are doing. But the party must stabilize, must find its footing. Some people will decide to leave. You can't stop them. Some people will decide at some point that we've outgrown this or we are leaving. You can't stop them. But our aim as a party is to consolidate at the grassroots, consolidate our bases, consolidate the leadership, and rally behind our leader, Dr. Buru, and move the party to the next strength. As we said, we are transitioning, and we want to transition solid. Some people may leave, some people will join.
Why then is Baba's very close friend, CIA Governor James Orengo, why is he siding with Sifuna and Babu and Young Winnie and all these people? What's going on?
I think Orengo is making his choices based on whatever he's thinking at the moment. And if you remember when we had the Ford Kenya meeting in Thika, Orengo never went with Raila.
Yes.
He went in the opposite direction. And this is history repeating itself. Oburu is here, and he hasn't gone with Oburu. He's gone in the opposite direction. So it's historical also, Jeff. So I think, remove Winnie from there, because Winnie is in the party. She's strong there. So I think Orengo's case is a historical case that we have followed. It's for students of history to study when the time comes. Because you remember, even when we went with LDP, Orengo ran. He even ran for president. When we were supporting Kibaki, he's gone in the opposite direction.
So what are you saying? He's inconsistent?
No. He's probably consistent in his actions, the way he went against Raila, the way he's gone against Oburu, and is the way he ran on his own when the rest of us went with Raila during that time. So it's not a new phenomenon.
By the way, there's talk that Winnie may want to be deputy party leader as well. You've heard. Are you going to support?
Yeah, she qualifies. I think she qualifies.
You guys have an NDC on Friday. Who's funding it? Where are you getting the money from? Sifuna hasn't signed a check in months.
So let me clarify this.
This Linda ground thing. Who's lendering this ground?
Gladys, go ahead. I'm so tempted to say something.
Let me say this. Do you know that there is political party funding in this country?
Yes.
Money that is given to political parties, and ODM is entitled to the second largest share, and therefore we have money. We have money as a party.
But you have signatories who have not signed.
Oh, let me give you the news, Jeff. Sifuna is a signatory, but not a mandatory signatory. The only person who's a mandatory signatory to the ODM account is the treasurer, Timothy Bosire. So if Timothy Bosire tells you I didn't sign a check, it makes sense because he has to sign each and every check. But once Bosire signs the check, the finance director can sign that. There are 7 signatories, including Agnes Zani, including Betsiengo, so any 3 of them can sign a check and proceed with activities of the party, because he is not a mandatory signatory. So the fact that he did not sign a check does not mean that the party did not fund that activity. That's a fallacy that has been moving, and it's good for us to clarify it. And remember, Jeff, ODM has been having NDCs for 20 years. We've been on for 20 years. We've been having functions for all these 20 years. I mean, nobody ever questions, because we are a party and we are funded from the exchequer. On the other hand, what we were asking you, that house near Gate D.
Yes.
Apo. Apo Nyumba, unapita gate D kidogo, unaenda hapo mbele.
Rephrase it, he asked it.
Yeah, he asked it. He asked that, are we getting it from near gate D?
Yes.
The people getting it from near gate D is, they have a group.
How do you know?
I know for sure. We know, kuna intel.
Let me ask this.
It is for sure. Hapo, unapita gate D kidogo, that's where their money is coming from. That house of your cousin. There. That's where it comes. I think, Jeff, there are people who've built their political foundation on insults and division and ethnic hatred, and Jeff, even when Baba died, you know, they said Mungu ni nani, you know, dancing on the graves of the dead, you know, and when, you know, when a small rebuttal is made, all hell breaks loose. Yet the entire foundation of their politics is on ethnic hatred. And they keep talking about ODM. And me, I've told them, wachana na ODM, bana. Wachana na ODM, you know. I saw Shagwa tonight, so I think he was on Ramogi, advising, you know, ODM. And me, I've told him many times, we know I don't want to say the common one.
Yeah. The truthful men.
You know,
the truthful men.
Far from truth, you know.
Truth to what?
You know, he propagates hatred. He's been so unhappy, you know, and he's said publicly how why should any development go to some parts of this country, you know, and he's very angry about it. And today he goes and purports to advise ODM. Give us a break. You have a village party there. Take care of it. Give us a break. On ODM, we will manage our politics. We have done for 20 years.
You're part of broad-based and you want a piece of that pie. You want half the cup in Mkatanusu.
No, it's not about Mkatanusu.
Unataka power. Power.
It's,
na hata hamuna DJ na munataka power.
Tuko na DJ kali sana. Ay. Utamwona Friday.
Atakuwa noma.
Aya, noma vibaya. Ni mbaya.
We might not have a DJ, but we have the soul.
You have the soul.
We have the soul and we have the music. Learn from us so that we can be able to teach other Kenyans. You have the Central Committee, which is the epic body that has the party leader. Then from there, you have the National Executive, the NEC, which actually Gladys is the one who chairs, and she's been doing a good job. Congratulations, Gladys, so far. Then we have the National Governing Council. Then we have the Delegates Convention.
Yeah. But there's a question. You know, Jeff asked, have we tried to, you know, have this negotiated democracy? Have we tried to negotiate with the rest of the team? We sat in our Central Committee meeting, chaired by Dr. Buru. We said these are the issues that divide us, and these are the issues that bring us together. Can we focus on the ones that unite us? And we read a long statement, Sifuna read it, which we said we're going to strengthen our party. We're going to remain strong in the broad-based government, and the party is going to make a decision with regards to our 2027 route at a later date. That was an agreed position, and we moved on with that. And when there were, you know, fights, you know, like people were insulting each other, the party leader called them and said, can we have some consensus around this? So effort has been made. I think, Jeff, where the problem came in was when the party makes a decision. Okay, two things for me. One, when the party made a decision on the issue of Dr. Buru, and the NGC that confirmed Dr. Buru was conducted by Edwin Sifuna in Mombasa. Conducted fully, wholly.
We were sworn in.
And the swearing in and everything.
Was it
he conducted
Governor
the whole
Orengo?
session. When he left, he was on national TV saying that Dr. Buru is illegitimately in office. So when you delegitimize the leader of an organization, then that organization has no way forward. Because once the leader, we should all say, as we are fighting, but when Jeff calls us, we will all come together if he is our leader. So when you delegitimize Jeff as the leader, that throws the whole organization into disarray. Secondly,
Gladys Wanga, you get the last word.
Thank you, Jeff, and I want to thank all our viewers and just talk to our members and tell them we've been through a difficult path. we've had a rough patch with the loss of Baba. We are steadying the ship. Trust us to steady it together with you. We will move into next year, and we will move into forming government in the coming election, which is the intention of any political party. I just want to ask our members, especially in the grassroots, hold on there. Let's work hard. Let's work to retain our seats. Let's work to gain more seats. Let's work to solidify the party and keep the party as the largest party south of Sahara and north of the Limpopo. See you for the delegates. See you on Friday 27th for a successful NDC. Secondly, when you're the mouthpiece of the party, it is important that you're able to speak the position of the party on behalf. So when you speak the exact opposite, then the position you hold becomes untenable. And many people said, why have you chased Sifuna from the party? The truth of the matter is we did not chase anybody from the party. We only said it is no longer tenable for you to speak on our behalf, because when we are going in direction X, you speak in direction Y. And many said, is it because he is opposing the president? You know, many asked that question that way. And we said, no. We could even be opposing the president and he is supporting. And if the party decides that we are opposing, our spokesperson must say we are opposing, even if he is supporting.
Is the president's hand in any of this?
None.
Huh?
None at all. It's convenient to say so because you want to drag everybody down, but I can tell you none.
Hand in what exactly?
But